Well, let's talk about the Strait of Hormuz. How important is the Strait of Hormuz given the fact that so many economies are dependent on the Strait of Hormuz? Do you think that there would be a toll tax, just as Iranians earlier said, for the opening of the Strait of Hormuz? Or is it going to be like Donald Trump earlier said, that why not the US put a toll on the Strait of Hormuz themselves?
Well, so on that front, Donald Trump is being Donald Trump. First, he came out in support of that notion that, why not? It's going to be, quote unquote, a beautiful thing. And then he again issued a statement that no, it's not a good idea. It's a horrible idea, and they're not going to like it. I think that was issued today here in the States. But I think Iran probably started with this maximalist approach. They wanted to start, with these negotiations that they want to have. Of course, they already had some kind of a understanding with Oman. They issued a statement about a week ago that both countries would like to control the traffic. They didn't quite say that they want to have or they want to impose some toll, but I mean there were talks about some new visions in controlling the strait. But I think the most of the world is not ready for that option. And being, the strait being in the international waters, and it never happened. It's against the sea, the law of sea, that the ships, the countries would be paying a toll to pass through the international waters. So it's probably not gonna be likely that the people would agree, not just the Americans, but the world at large. But I think this is a position that the Iranians want to start it with. But in my opinion, they would probably come down the ladder and agree on some other kind of maybe they would have a bigger role in managing the strait. But the idea that they would be allowed to have a toll on each and every ship is probably not going to be something that the world would accept.
Well, lastly, let's talk about the Pakistani leadership. The Prime Minister of Pakistan, Shehbaz Sharif, the Chief of Defence Forces, Sayyid Asim Munir, Field Marshal Asim Munir, along with the Deputy Prime Minister, Ishaq Dar, they've been making a lot of efforts. Pakistan has mediated before as well. Pakistan has previously mediated in the regional tensions. What happens when Pakistan replicates it and it becomes a success? What happens for Pakistan next?
I think Pakistan has outdone itself this time. It's not a replication of its or duplication or, yeah, exactly. It's not a what you call replay of its performance. The Pakistanis have outdone themselves this time around, and I can only say, sitting here in Washington, the only thing that comes to my mind while I'm looking at the international media here and elsewhere, Pakistan Zindabad. It's just unbelievable. It has given Pakistan and its citizens a great opportunity and an exposure worldwide that's being appreciated right now. Its beauty is being talked about. People are talking about how beautiful Islamabad is. So there's nothing except I salute the leadership, I salute the people of Pakistan, and I hope that we'll be, as people, we would be able to capitalize in a positive way. And by looking inward, by improving our infrastructure, by improving the capacity of our youth to fight our poverty, of our and fight for our better economic future. So there are lots of opportunities. Pakistanis are a great nation. Now people realize it. Even our detractors know for sure that Pakistan is a country that can be relied upon for for situations like this. And just imagine all world powers have been calling our leadership. It's not just a few people. Just you're not talking about just the Americans. The entire world, all the important capitals are engaged with Pakistan. So nothing can surpass that at this moment. But I'm sure Pakistan still can do much better and will do much better, and would be able to build upon this reputation and this this great achievement that they have already achieved, in my opinion, just by hosting, regardless the result, what happens with the talks. Pakistan has achieved something that the other nations would envy for a very, very long time.
Well, Faiz Rehman joining us from Washington,
Absolutely.
D.C. Thank you for joining Pakistan TV. Faiz Rehman, senior journalist.